Hello guys, my name is Michael and welcome to a new GTK tutorial. Today we are going to move on and today we are going to learn new things, and of course today we are going to learn new functions. Until now you saw the way how we create a menu, like in the case of the last video we have the file menu with the save submenu inside it, and we have also an edit menu which has 3 items. The thing here is that until now we saw only one kind of items, which means they are just regular buttons, if you can call them like that. So which means you choose something to click on it, you click and says or does what it is meant to do. But this behavior will be changed today, because today we are going to learn something else. Let me introduce you before. This is the same menu like before, but in the edit menu I create 2 different submenus, and the first one is the audio output. This one, as you can see, it says it has a speaker, a headphone and a set, and the output it is set to headphone. Now if I click the speaker, it says the audio output was changed to speaker, and as you can see the bullet or the dot sign, it is marked, it's there. Now if I click the headset, it's the same story. As you can see, it is marked with the bullet, and as well if we go back to headphone as well. And the next one, the next submenu, which is the video output, it is a little bit different, because this one has 3 different items. They are not connected together. The first one, it is an item which has nothing in front of it, which means it has no mark like a check or like a bullet. If you click it, says full HD off. If you click again, it says full HD on, nothing special. Now the next one, which is the 3D, you see it has a check item in front of it, a check sign. If you click, it says 3D off. If you click again, it says 3D on, and the mark is there. The same goes for the bullet. If you want to create one item with a bullet in front of it instead of a check, then you have one like here. You see for K it's on, now for K it's off. Being off, the bullet is gone. Clicking again, we put it back to on, and of course the bullet is back. So this is what we are going to create today. Like I said before, I'm going to say again, we are not going to talk about the actions, so I'm not going to explain too much about the actions, because I'm going to create a playlist for it. But you need to understand that without the actions it is not possible, that's for sure. So what do we need? We need to go to the edit, because this is very important that we go to the edit menu, which means I'm going to scroll right here, and here we are going to create basically those two submenus which we need them. So for this I'm going to say now let's say create audio submenu, and here we are going to say GMenu append, and the name which we are going to give it, not append, sorry, append submenu, as append submenu, because we need to create a submenu inside the edit menu, and the name will be audio output. And the next thing which we need a model for it, so which it will be GMenu model, and here we need a submenu, of course, because we need something to put inside it. So I'm going to say GMenu right here, submenu, GMenu new. Now that we have it, basically we can now create the menu items for it. So create menu item right here, and we need a submenu, and then we need a name, so will be the speaker for it. We need of course the detailed action, which will be the app speaker. Now the next thing which we need the icon. and audio speaker it will be not speaker, sorry, speaker. And what do we need more? We need let's say an accelerator, so control Alt S will be used, and the last one we need a target, so I'm going to call speaker. You will see why. Now let me create another two of them. The first one was the speaker, the next one will be the headphone, and headphone. Okay, headphone. And the last one, of course, we need if we need to give here another headphone, and the last one will be the headset. And let's see, here I'm going to say H, and here Control Alt Shift, let's say Shift. So Shift Control Alt H. Okay, now let me put them a little bit together to have them nice and clear aligned. So like this, and like this. Okay, now basically we create this submenu the way we need it, and now basically because we were appending it right here, let's say now we can G object unref it submenu. Okay, now let us create the targets which we need, because it's very important. So I'm going to move on inside the create menu item right here, and here we need a target this time. So const gchar const target. Now because we have it, let us create it. I'm going to say it right here, if target. So only if we do have a target, then because now basically we have something which we can work with, I'm going to use strict compare just to get the name of what we are interested. But before we do that, let us GMenu item set attribute set attribute, because we need to set this attribute to the item. Now the next thing which we need the target, so GMenu attribute we need a target. Where is it? Right here, target. And of course now %s not percent, sorry, s for string, and the target, and of course null, going forward that we are done with this function. We already know about this function, we talked in the last video. Now let's see if everything works fine. Let me compile it a little bit. Yes, it works fine. It's just missing the target, so I'm going to pass null to all other items which we were creating before, where we have no targets. Okay, let me see. Next one right here, this one needs a null, because we create here also the save and save as without a target. And now let's see, we have also in the AT copy cut and paste also without target. We don't need, but instead we created the speaker, headphone, and of course the headset. We did create them. So let's see, let me compile it and run it for a second. and see if everything works fine. Now we have an audio output. Of course, something looks strange because the icons are missing. Why is that? Of course, because I use a dot instead of minus here. Let's see. Let me compile it and run it again. No, they are not there. So let me think a little bit what's wrong. Because I think yes, because they are speakers, headphone and headset. Now headset. So if everything looks fine now, let's see, speakers, headphones, yes, and headset, it should work fine. But yes, now it's working fine. As you can see, we have them all three. Now let us fast create those actions. So I'm going to move right here, and I'm going to say audio actions. I'm going to copy these three things here because I don't want to type again. So the first one will be the speaker. The second one, it will be the headphone, and the next one will be the headset. So we have headphone, let's see, speaker, and of course we have the headset, which is good. Now we need to call activate callback inside them, which is fine. And now at this point, let me compile it and run it to see what happens. Let's see. Nope, they are not working. Let me think a little bit why it's not working. Because we just created this audio. Okay, that's okay. I really try to think a little bit how can I introduce you better, but I see that it is not quite working, and that's the reason why, because we need to connect them together. And yes, without knowing too much about, okay, I'm scrolling down, without knowing too much about actions, maybe it will be complicated for you, but I'm going to try to do my best so that you come on the you will come on the right track, which means, guys, we need to connect them. So which means that here the action should be the same for all three. So I'm going to say now audio 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, all of them, they are using the same action, but when we create the action here, basically we need to create another one, call it audio. That's very important to have it now, because we create this audio, we need to basically set its default headphone. That's very important. And of course, state callback. Like I said, we cannot talk too much about it, but what's important for you is that important. Once that the action get called, then the state callback will be called with this with these parameters getting set, whatever. So now let us create the state callback function somewhere, because we need it. I'm going to go all the way top after the action caller right here. So static void, because without this without this function, callback function, everything will be very complicated. So it is quite easy. So g simple action, and then we need the g variant state, and the last one we need the GNU C unused, because we are not going to use it, g pointer data. Now of course we need the action and the state. So g simple action set state will be called on the action and on the state. That's it. Okay, now because we have this function, let's see, let me go back a little bit. We create the speakers, headphone and headset items, all of them with the same action which belongs to the audio. And now if we go down here, we have the speaker, phone and headsets, callbacks and the audio, which we'll call the state based on which one will be set. So let me compile it and run it. Okay, so now I do have a problem. I'm going to check it now. Right now, let's see. GM action and you cannot pass set value given for the action audio headphone keyword. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. Where is it? Right here. Interesting. Let me use a tick and see if everything works fine. Headphone, yes. It's quite complicated, isn't it? You see, and now everything works fine. It says the action audio was selected, the action audio was activated. If you want to call it like that, or it is not quite important about this function what you are printing. The important thing which it is important is that you see and they are working fine. So the action audio was selected, and which means we do have a problem. Wait, it is wrong. It is wrong. So what's wrong here basically? Because let's see, the audio actions, phone, headset, which is fine. Then we call the activate callback. I see now. Sorry guys, my bad, because we don't need the action callback. We need an activate callback, which we have to create it different, and that's my bad. So let me activate callback. Here's the problem. My bad. Sorry guys. I'm going to fix it right now in a second. So now we need to create this action callback. That's very, very important. So I'm going to create it after the activate callback. Right here, static void activate callback, and here we need G simple action again, which will be the action, and then we need action. Then we need the G variant parameter. Not upper, sorry. Parameter and GNU C unused on the G pointer data. Now, because we have it, G. It's quite complicated, but we need to get the state. Like I said, just watch what I'm doing here, because it is G variant action, because somehow we need to set those new states, isn't it? So let me pause it to null, and then of course we need the gchar state attribute, which of course again I'm going to point it to null now, because we've created them both. Let me arrange them a little bit. Now G action change state will be called on the G action on our action, and of course the parameter. Now action state, we're going to point it this time to the G action get state, which is very important because we need to find out the actual state, which is that one which we set it. Basically we were setting it right here, the headphone. Okay, now let me go back. Where is it? Right here. So now we have the action, and we need a state attribute also. State attribute, and we are going to put it to the G variant. How it's called? Print. Yes, print. G variant print action. No, not actions. Of course, just action state. Sorry, action state and the parameter. So we are going to put them there, and now let's say G print the %s output, the %s output was changed to %s, we'll see to what, because this is important. So g action get name, we need it on our action, and of course the state attribute. Now g free, let us free the state attribute, and of course let us g variant unref the action state. Now let me check it before we proceed. We declare an action state and a state attribute char and the g variant one, and then basically the g action change state will be called on the action with the parameter, and then the action itself, we are getting it because we need to find out what kind of action it is. From there we are printing inside with the g variant print inside the state attribute, and of course later with the g print we are printing it. So let me compile it and run and see what happens. If everything works fine. Okay, what do we have here? Let's see. G action. Oh, of course, sorry, my bad. Action state should be not action. Yes, you see, I'm typing faster and I make mistakes. Again, the same problem here, because oh man, why I'm doing this? True, I need to say true on it. Now let's see if everything works fine. Should work fine. Now as you can see, it is set to headphone. Let me click on headset. The audio output was changed to headset, which looks good. The audio output was changed to speaker. What the heck? Let me fix that. The audio, yes, a U, a German letter. Now let me go back and see audio output, speakers, headphone and headset. As you can see, everything works fine, and we did succeed to create a submenu which we use radio items, if you call them like that. Anyway, what we did create today, we create a state callback, which means we are, with the help of this function, we are setting the state on the action. With the activate callback, basically we are working with those parameters because we need to get information, and we are changing the state, of course, with the help of g action change state. Here we declared another pointer, a target one, and with the target, or with the help of this target, basically we are setting the target attribute on the item, and the target attribute which we are setting is basically what we were creating right down here, where was the speaker, headphone and headset. And because we set these targets, we had somehow to connect them, which means this time is different from all other items where we create the same item for the same action for the label item. In this case, we are basically creating one and only one action, which is the same audio for all of them, and with the help of this audio action, we are calling the activate callback with the headphone set parameter, and of course the change state callback gets called as well, and it will going to set our bullet, or how you call it, on the chosen item. Like in this case, we have it on the headphone. If we click the headset, then it gets set, and the headset gets also a bullet. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.